philosophical system of practicality. What is this project that I'm working on? This is the pitch that I use when I'm trying to explain it to regular people and when I'm trying to put it in, just everyday language so that everybody can understand it. So the practicality project, or the philosophical system of practicality, is this. It's, well, first I ask, do you know what practicality is? Do you know what the word means? Depending on their age, some people know, some people don't. So practical is, like, it has to do with efficiency, with like getting something done, something that's practical. Philosophical, some people don't know what that is, so I explain like a little bit of philosophy, or what it is and stuff like that. But basically, a philosophical system of practicality, the pitch that I use is this. It's imagine that you have a goal. So imagine the goal is for me to move this rose, right? So there are steps, there's a process, there's steps in the process for me to be able to move that rose. First, I extend my hand, I make contact, I apply force, the rose moves, and the goal is achieved, right? So the philosophical system of practicality is about achieving goals, right? But there's a lot of stuff that happens in between the generation of that goal and the actual accomplishment of it. A lot of stuff that happens in between, that because you take it for granted and you don't analyze it, so much that happens in between that sometimes you have a goal and you can't achieve it because you haven't gone through the process of actually analyzing what happens in there. So, and also because it's philosophical, it gets really abstract. So for example, one of the elements that you need in order to be able to achieve a goal is belief. You need to believe that the goal is achievable. Because if you don't believe that the goal is achievable, even if the event happens, your mind won't register it as being achieved, unless when you perceive it, you start believing that it's possible. If you see it and it's still impossible, your mind just won't register it as being achieved, and it doesn't matter how many times you achieve that goal or how much it happens. For you, the goal won't be achieved. So that's one of the things. Another thing that I analyze is like desire. Is desire required in order for a goal to be achieved? And some people say yes, because if you don't want to do something, it's like what is going to drive you to it? But if you don't want to do something, it can still happen, right? But if you don't want to do something, then that makes it not a goal. Can you have a goal without having a desire for it to happen? That's where the paradox starts coming in, because sometimes it's your desire that keeps you from achieving that goal. And so it gets confusing trying to achieve the goal without having the desire to achieve it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the pitch that I use when I try to explain in simple terms what the practicality system is about. It's really about achieving goals, but it's about thoroughly looking at the entire process so that any goal that you have, whether it's moving a rock, whether it's walking, whether it's learning how to fly, or just like any goal that you can think of, no matter how crazy it sounds, you would be able to follow the system and achieve that goal.